Dustin Henderson has to be one of the most interesting characters in Stranger Things Season 5, and yet he's one of the characters I'm the most scared for in terms of what they decide to do with his arc. So Dustin in Season 5 is kind of a jerk. I mean, he's quite angry, he's arguing with Steve, he is getting into fights, he is putting snakes in lockers. He's a very different character than the one we've had for the last 4 seasons. And for some reason, a lot of people online don't like this. They think this is an annoying change. And I've seen a lot of people go as far as to say that they don't like Dustin as a character anymore because he's being mean to Steve and acting out of character. To that I say, you're insane. I think Dustin was one of the most interesting parts of Volume 1 of Stranger Things Season 5, and his problem isn't the arc, it's the lack of time allocated to the character. One of my biggest pet peeves when it comes to media and just storytelling in general is when a character goes through something traumatic, they have a time skip, and then we never get to see them actually wrestle with that trauma. It's really frustrating because when someone dies in your life, when you lose something, when you go through something heartbreaking, you fundamentally change as a person. I can speak from experience, and I guarantee you anyone who has lost someone or something valuable to them can agree that you will change forever. And I really like that Dustin has been very harshly affected by the loss of Eddie. Eddie and Dustin were incredibly close. Eddie was even a role model in many ways to Dustin, and I found their storyline in Season 4 to be one of the better storylines in the entire show, to be quite honest. I actually really like Eddie Munson as a character, and I really enjoyed not only his sacrifice at the end of the season, but the way Dustin reacts to his sacrifice. It very much seems like Dustin was the only person who truly cared about Eddie, at least in a very unique way, compared to everyone else. And going into Season 5, I really like that they've acknowledged that Eddie has just been kind of forgotten with everything going on in Hawkins, with Max, with everything else just happening in everyone's lives. No one really cares that this one random dude who started a club died. I mean, half the town still thinks he's a devil worshiper and hates him. But not Dustin. Dustin saw the side of Eddie that no one else got to see, and that's why he's so uniquely affected after his death. And while I know that the vast majority of the Stranger Things fandom can't stand the fact that Dustin and Steve are fighting, I actually really like it as a development. Steve is the closest thing to Eddie that Dustin has right now. And grief is a weird thing. Your mind doesn't really work properly, and very often you lash out on the people that are the closest to you. And in those moments, when you're the other person, when you're watching someone you love and care about grieve, that's when you have to hold on tighter than ever, even if it hurts you. And that's the arc that I really do believe they're trying to give Steve and Dustin in Stranger Things Season 5. And I love this. But the problem is, where are they? The biggest issue I had with Volume 1 of Stranger Things is the pacing. The pacing is just horrendous. Why are we spending an episode and a half going over Derek and Derek's storyline? No hate to the actor, but why? We already have so many well-established characters that need every single second that they can get. Not only that, but we end episode 4 reintroducing Callie, introducing new villains, introducing Holly, expanding her arc with Max, expanding Vecna's story to include this play that not enough people have seen, even though it's apparently canon to the main Stranger Things timeline now. Why are we taking time away from characters that already have good arcs, characters that are already established, and characters that we want to see, and giving the screen time to plot lines and characters that we don't know? It doesn't make any sense to me. And I'm choosing to focus specifically on Dustin for the purposes of this video, because his arc is the one that I find has the most potential to be groundbreaking this season. And I really do feel it's going to get shafted because we're making time for other characters that really didn't need to be included or didn't need that much time allocated to them as well. But this expands to the broader group at the same time. I don't know what the hell Lucas is going to do this season in terms of his arc. Mike has actually gotten a lot of decent development this season, but I don't know how much more he's going to get. Who even knows what Jonathan's character is at this point outside of having a ring to give Nancy? I don't know. This shit makes me sad, because Stranger Things Season 5 really had and has so much potential, but I'm watching them go down a trajectory that I just don't see them coming back from. But hey, what can you do, I guess? With all that being said, if you've made it to the end of this video, thank you so much for watching, and please let me know in the future if you want to see some more Stranger Things content. Peace.